Hey, this is Chris from Chris's Comments, the show of common sense and common ground. I'm calling to you in my brand new van, which is broke down just now. Well, about an hour ago. To be honest, I knew what I was getting into. It's a 20-year-old vehicle that I wanted to rebuild. I wanted to rebuild and just, make this a little mini studio and use it for other jobs, because currently I'm doing conventions and events setups and teardowns. I stopped doing the rideshare driving because it just got bad for my health. All that eating and sitting for long periods of time just was, and no exercise, So now here I am. I'm in a bigger vehicle. I'm ready to take on the road, take on everything that goes on and in locations and do other jobs, traveling carrier businesses and all this good stuff. But again, my vehicle broke down. So, wonk wonk. Okay, I'm gonna close this right now. Currently, I'm stalled, but I parked at a park that's real close to the highway. So I do apologize for the noises. But now that you got caught up, I'm still wanting to do this. I love doing this podcast stuff. I love venting out what I've got to say and all this good stuff. Venting out my issues. And here in Texas, or here in San Antonio, or in Texas, we got this proposition that's going to be hitting the ballot soon. Early voting in the 24th of April and on the 6th of May. And it doesn't really have anything to do with anything major concerning what's going on nationwide. But you're going to see some things relevant and non-relevant and relative as to what's going on in your neighborhood as well. But first, with the cool stuff, the marijuana decriminalization, SAPD, to cease citing and arresting people for misdemeanor amounts of possession, which is up to 4 ounces of marijuana. You get some guys that are going to take a hit and all this good stuff. They're going to be cited instead of arrested. Now that's a huge improvement. Okay, the abortion decriminalization, it's basically prohibiting officers from investigating, making arrests, and otherwise enforcing any alleged criminal abortion, with the exceptions of instances where a pregnant person is coerced or forced, and in cases involving conduct that's criminally negligent to the health of the pregnant person seeking care. Okay, now that's a pretty big step. It's what many of us who are pro-choice want abortion to be legal for anyway. Okay, it's what we really want. We want the help for those that are coerced or forced into it, as well as those that were forced into being pregnant, as well as criminally negligent for the health of the pregnant person seeking care. If this is a danger and that abortion has to be done in order to save that womb's life, the womb owner's life, in order for she to get another shot at giving birth to a child the second time, which happens. It happens quite a bit to a lot of women out there. Their bodies are saying yes, but their minds are saying yes, but their bodies are telling them no, sorry. And even when their bodies are saying they're ready, when it comes to the actual application of giving birth to a child, it might not happen. The body will disappoint, But yeah, to criminalize a woman for an abortion because it's a risk, a health risk, it's just plain wrong. And this new act will decriminalize that. Ban on chokeholds. Now here's where it starts to get all wonky. Ban on chokeholds and no-knock warrants. SAPD policy already forbids the use of chokeholds and no-knock warrants, as does the entire state of Texas. This is one where we can't call the oppressor, we can't call politicians and cops oppressors, because there's already a no-knock warrant, a ban and all this other stuff going on. You can't put chokeholds and all that crap. Here's the no part. Here's the absolute no part, okay? Okay, cites and release allows police to cite and release allows police to give someone a citation for certain non-violent misdemeanors rather than arresting them on site. And that's a really nice thing to do, except here's the things that they're demanding. Okay, first off, the marijuana and synthetic marijuana up to 4 ounces. Okay, we got that. That's fine. But then we've got graffiti damage, damaging up to $2,500 worth of damage. Thefts from businesses between $100 and $750. Thefts of service between $100 and $750. And then criminal mischief between $100 and $7,500. According to this proposition, all of that should just receive a citation instead of an arrest. And that's where I have to disagree. Common sense says that when you've got something like graffiti damage and stuff like that, totaling up to $2,500, that's a lot of damage. That's a serious thing. That's not a simple tag, okay? That's not a simple mural or a painting, okay? That's something damaging, probably even damaging the air ventilation of that building or plumbing, you know, or if it's on a surface that breaks down as it weathers, that's deterioration particles into the air. I mean, that's just wrong. That could be hazard to somebody's respiratory system. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely a no. And thefts from businesses, $100 to $7,500, $750. Okay, there's a problem with that. Most of these places that are getting hit are not really getting hit up to $700. Okay, but if you put a limit like that, you're going to see criminals actually hitting a place where they can total that up. They can add it up and then walk off with it and stuff. And that's just going to hurt businesses left and right. Plus, I'm old school. I have more respect for those that did beer runs rather than trashing a place in toilet paper and clothes and perfumes and a blender and you know, a microwave or some kind of stupid like that. Toilet paper also. I mean, come on. We get through another pandemic, we're gonna need that toilet paper, man. But all jokes aside, no, yeah, that's just gonna start a string of kids going through ransacking stores, no differently than the other places, other cities. Okay, so no, that's definitely a no. Theft of service between $100 and $750. Sorry, but if you're a business of service, you got to own up to it. Okay, and if you're paying for that service, you need to pay for it. Plain and simple. Even if it is $100. Okay, even if it is $100 for a business that makes $250,000 a year. Okay, it's irrelevant. You know, you can't be doing that kind of crap. Criminal mischief between $100 and $750. No, that's littering. That's polluting. That's somebody scratching a window with their street, representing their street or their clique. That kind of stuff is what you see when you see a guy tearing up a pallet and throwing them with the nails still in them into the street, so that way somebody can get a flat tire as they're driving by that street, and it forces everybody to evade it. That's a criminal ploy to force people to go around that street or that neighborhood, so that way the criminals can keep on doing whatever they want, which obviously in this day and age, it could be some serious crime. Trafficking, the big one, comes to mind. Okay, so no, absolutely not. Yeah, so to summarize this proposition, and many of you, here's where it relates to many of you out there, is that there's a lot of politicians and a lot of activists. Some have got the right idea, but they're not thinking it through. And in this case, here in San Antonio, it's called Proposition A for 2023. It's basically a bunch of issues that had just been jumbled up onto one, I think it was a 30-page bill. But even if it was a 3,000 page and very elaborate and all this stuff, it's obvious that we have to say no. We got politicians and political leaders, dude, their heart's in the right places trying to tackle these things, but their minds have got to wake up, okay? In other words, we still have a ways to go. And that's really the point that I'm trying to bring to you guys, to stay patient and all this good stuff. It's the reason why you come to my show, okay? And don't get me wrong, the Young Turks and the Damage Report and all of these people that come out, Brian Tyler Cohen, you know, they all come out and they'll find the most ludicrous thing about it and they focus on it. And they have every right to, because it is a lot of that is stupid. The stuff that I just read off, that $100 to $750 of damage should only be cited, should only be, response should be cited when you know they need to be put in jail, and through some kind of generic RICO statute. Why is that guy throwing nails onto a street, or pallets with nails into the middle of a street or on this block, forcing cars to circle around that neighborhood? Why is he doing that? Well, you piece one and one together, you can eventually find it. You can eventually figure it out. It's for larger or other criminal acts, some that might be far more serious than just simply throwing a pallet full of nails sticking out onto the street. So for a cop to just simply cite them and then move on, gosh, no, I can't vote for that. I can't honestly vote for that. There has to be an arrest, there has to be an investigation, and we have to know that they looked into it to see that that's all it was. It was either a punk or somebody looking like a punk doing something bigger than that. I think that's very reasonable. I think it's common sense. Okay? So that's my spiel. I'm very fortunate to give you this within a quarter of an hour, because usually I'm taking up to an hour when I talk about these things. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all wish me luck on fixing this vehicle. And y'all have a good one. Keep on keeping on. Keep on voicing your matter, because what your voice does matter. Okay? And just try not to be fallen to somebody's rhetoric or some other company's or organization's propaganda. Okay? Y'all take care. This is Chris with Chris's Comments, signing out.